Hey guys, long time no see. I feel like I haven't uploaded anything on this channel in such a long time, but in reality it's only been like 2 weeks because I was taking a break from Booktubeathon. Haha. Today I am doing my July book haul and wrap up, and I've never done one of these videos before, but I felt since I read a good amount of books and I bought kind of a good amount of books this month, I was like, might as well do it. So I'm gonna start off with the books that I bought in the month of July. So the first book that I bought in July was Paper Towns, which was one of my Booktubeathon reads. I had heard a lot about this book, and when I asked my friend, I wanted to get another John Green book, and I already had The Fault in Our Stars and I'd already read Will Grayson, Will Grayson. So my friend recommended this one to me, so I picked it up, and I think it was worth it. My hair is doing its own thing today. So the next books that I the next books that I got are technically not mine. They're my brother's, but he is letting me use them because when I was there when he got them, and I'm reading them too, but they're his technically. So Owen, these are your books. I know that. I'm not trying to claim them as my own. They're your books. And they are the first 3 books of the Heroes of Olympus series by Rick Riordan. Now, some of you may know I read the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series during Booktubeathon, and then I got obsessed with them and I couldn't even stand it. I was in love with the Percy Jackson and the Olympians universe and characters and all that stuff, so I had to keep reading. And my brother really liked the series too, so he picked up the first 3 in the Heroes of Olympus series, which, if not, it is the kind of the sequel series to the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. So yeah, I am super excited for these ones. And during that week, any books that you bought off of the Book Depository, if you used the code Booktubeathon, you would get them for 10% off. So I wanted to take advantage of that, so I bought 3 books from the Book Depository. Here are my 2 of my packages that I got. I was super excited because I never get packages, so. The first book that I got from the Book Depository was Me and Earl and the Dying Girl by Jessie Andrews, and this was probably the book I was the most excited to get because I've heard so much about this book. Look how pretty the cover is. This cover is so nice. It's matte and it's colorful, and it just even if I saw this in the bookstore, which I never see this one in my bookstore, my local bookstore, I would just be drawn to it because it's so nice looking, and I can't wait to see how this looks on a shelf if I ever get a bookshelf. The second book that I got from the Book Depository is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alirsanes. I don't know this name, but look at all of these medals. Look at that, guys. Look at all of those medals. Come on, you have to pick up a book that has this many medals. And I've heard a lot about this one. I'm super excited. I think it's an LGBT, which I'm totally okay with, right? But I am super excited to read this. I've heard so much about this, and I was so excited to get this. Also, the Book Depository has such cool bookmarks. I have another one in my book, which I can't really take out right now, but they sent me these cute little bookmarks. Thanks, Book Depository. The third and final book that I actually bought this month from the Book Depository, it was Legend by Marie Lu, and I have heard so much about this book and this trilogy that I had to pick it up and start it to see what the hype was all about. This is something that I've been wanting to buy for ages, and then I kept passing it in the bookstore maybe not, I don't know. But then I was like, you might as well pick it up now when it's 10% off. Then next I am moving on to my wrap up for July. In July, Booktubeathon was held, so obviously I read a bunch of books for Booktubeathon, and if you want to see a more detailed wrap up of that, I will link my Booktubeathon wrap up down below if you want to check that out. But basically for Booktubeathon, I read Paper Towns by John Green. Great book, really enjoyed it. The Invention of Hugo Cabret by Brian Selznick. Very good one, very interesting, something I'm not really used to, And then the entire Percy Jackson and the Olympians series by Rick Riordan. In love with these books, in love with this series, and I'm so excited to read these over and over and over again. Look at this! This is the Percy Jackson and the Olympians. This is the Heroes of Olympus. Look how much more story we get. That is so cool. Right after book 2-pathon, I was like, I'm gonna take a break, you know, I don't need to read for a while, and then I'm like, I was in the middle of a book when I started book 2-pathon, and I'm like, I must read this. I must finish it. I must do it. And that is Shatter Me by Taria Mafi, and I really enjoyed this. Like, when I first started it, I was kind of iffy about it, and I kind of read it really slowly because I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't really into it. As you get further into it, it gets more interesting, and I cannot wait to pick up the next two, and I really enjoyed this. Actually, I need to pick up this book because technically this isn't my copy of it, but I should pick up all three because I really enjoyed this. And then the last book that I read during the month of July was The Lost Hero by Rick Riordan. This book was so good, guys. This book just made my day, week, however long I spent reading this. I so loved this book. Like, I almost love this series so far more than I like the Percy Jackson and Olympian series, just because there's more story and there's different characters. But I really highly recommend this series, especially if you enjoyed the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series. Definitely pick this, at least the first book, up, because I am so intrigued by this series and I cannot wait to keep reading. So that was my July wrap up and book haul. July was a really good reading month for me because of book 2-pathon and just having enough time to read stuff. So I'm excited to read more in August. I'm reading 3 books at one time right now, which I never do. Like, I am just, for the longest time, I'm like, I want to read one book at a time so I can concentrate, but I'm currently reading like The Son of Neptune, The Night Circus, and Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. So I am kind of into all of that right now, and I am enjoying reading so much in the summer. It's just, you have time to do it, and it's great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I hope you guys are having an amazing summer. I love you all so much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I love you. Can't wait to see you again soon. Bye!